Hi Gemini, this is Just with your April 2020 general reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So Gemini, I'm sorry for the volume or the voice quality. My mic is on the way, but since it's not an essential item, it's taking forever. So I do apologize. The mic that I'm using, it may sound a little muffled or a little clouded. So I do apologize again for the sound, but we'll get through it and I'll have my mic come in shortly. So that being said, Gemini, let's get on with your reading. For some of you, and I have to say, I had it recording live, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But the extended is recorded live, just to let you know. So that being said, for some of you, I do see that you may have been quite frustrated. Join the crowd, right? Everybody's been kind of frustrated. Home life though is looking like a lot better for some of you who's been thrust into being an overnight teacher, have to homeschool. You may have been completely frustrated trying to figure out the ins and outs of the process, the procedures, but you've kind of gotten a handle on it. Not only that, some of you may have realize just how well or just how challenging it all is. And you've discovered a lot of things about your child or children in the midst of it. Some of you may even have had to report people. So it kind of got a little bit sticky for some of you before it got better, but it looks like it's gotten a lot better for some of you. And it seems like for some of you, if you work remotely from home and you are homeschooling now, at least temporary, you may be deciding to do this all the time, like full time. This will be your new normal moving forward. Now, it looks like for some of you, getting information, communicating with people, getting down to the bottom of something, and having to wait has been a struggle and a challenge. Some of you have completely have given up. Excuse me. Congratulations, because some of you may have just had baby. There's a new baby, or you're pregnant and you could have gotten pregnant right after the other one. But that being said, for some of you, it is bringing up a lot of could be issues, but also blessings. But I do see issues around children. I also see issues around mother father as well. Some of you Geminis, if there has been a problem with mother father, particularly more father than it is mother, and someone dropped the ball, or there has been a problem, like, even a loss of some sort due to someone not necessarily doing what they're supposed to do. Some of you may at first glance thought to let it go and just, not pursue anything, but you're going to change that mindset. You will be pursuing something. So it could be suing your landlord. It could be, suing some type of entity regarding someone dropping the ball or something not working out or being done properly. So there could be a fight that some of you are about to embark on. Definitely when it comes to mother, father energy, or even child energy here now. For some of you, your household, like I said, looks really good. You're getting very clear about where you're going and what you're doing when it comes to home life. You're getting a handle on things, but you may have been feeling like you've been poked and prodded and pulled from one way to another to kind of get to this place where you feel a little bit more stable. Some of you may have felt a bit out of control. You've kept a lot of things to yourself, even when you have had some form of frustration and feeling as though people are not working with you, or people are not accommodating you, people are not helping you, people are not being very positive. You may have sometimes felt like you were the only person being a little more positive than others. Some of you may have had to be the aid, the face, the help for a lot of people around you. And some of you may have been struggling, and I mean that can be across the board, right? Right, struggling with finances and feeling stable and being able to kind of make ends meet, or just making it all make sense and balancing it all could have again been quite a struggle. But looks like a lot of you Geminis will find yourself in a better place in the days to come. If you've been having financial struggles, it looks like things will start to level out. Monies will be coming your way. For some of you, actually, believe it or not, even though that there's a high level of unemployment, some of you will actually get a job, or you will create some form of income, or whatever work that you do, a business that you run. You will find that you're more of the exception. People really are more drawn to you. Well, you can thank Venus for that. It's going into your sign April 10th, and actually be there until June, retrograding back and forth. So just be very conscious. Some of you could put on the pounds around that time, but you will find that what you touch, you may feel like it all turns to gold and things are really working out your way. Where you felt a little bit out of sorts or not very much in control of that, people weren't working with you, and if you thought money was going to come and it didn't come, the time it was supposed to or the amount that you expected. You putting a little effort, making those phone calls, sending those emails out, communicating with others, reaching out to people, you will find that there is a lot more positive results in your efforts and your energy that you put forth now, where there wasn't, or it was a little more stagnant in the past. I do see you getting a lot of attention, positive attention, and once again feeling in control, feeling stable, and as if your feet are planted solid on ground. Obviously, nothing stays the same. So do with this and use this energy for your benefit, and try to, incorporate this in a long-term manifestation for some of you, because you will find that things really are going your way, Gemini, and that people are praising you. People are working with you. People are kind of glorifying your name. And particularly if you are the face of something, this will be a great time for you to kind of come out with something, because you will find that people are really all for you at this time now. So a change in energy for the positive, particularly for you Geminis out there who are moving forward and who are reaching out, and also who is trying to find alternative means to make money. And where there was stagnation in communication or understanding, now you're becoming more clear and you are getting a handle on things and you feel more in control. That being said, let's look at your love life. For you Gemini singles, I see reconciliation, people coming back. Now, for some of you, this could be new people that you're getting to know, and it could be more online, communicating with people. I have to tell you, though, if you're still cleaving to someone from your past and you haven't completely let them go, you will be attracting people who themselves aren't very committal as well. It may be because they work too much. They may have money woes. They also may be hoarders of money or things or items or possessions. So you have an unstable individual that may be coming into your cycle or may already be in your life. Again, someone from your past could be coming back as well. But again, they still have these issues and struggles with stability, right? And so with that, if it's a new person, you will feel a bit triggered and reminiscing of the old, and you may feel a bit stagnant and almost like you are imprisoned by the situation. If it is someone from your past, again, they will trigger you. They will bring up those feelings where you feel isolated and almost as if you really don't have control over the situation and you kind of don't know what to do. It's all in your head, and it's something that you're kind of making. I'm not saying you're making it up, because people really can trigger you, but it is, if you take a step back, then you will gain control. And I do feel like for some of you, you will gain that control, if that makes any sense. There is like I said, someone wanting to come out of the coast, someone wanting to reconcile and work on a situation. And for some of you, I feel that that is going to be very prominent for the next couple of months, with Venus being in your sign. This is going to be a great opportunity for some of you to can finally close the door and find closure. Closure is going to be very major for a lot of you Gemini singles out there that may still be holding on to a particular person, or they're cleaving and holding on to you and won't let you go. This will be a great opportunity for that. Unfortunately, for some of you, it's going to cause for you to have a discussion, communicate with someone. They want to get it up, they want to get it out, they want to release. Someone needs to talk. If it's not them, it's you, but it's a major desire to want to communicate and talk about a situation so that the next stage can happen. And for all of you, that stage will be different, but there's a need to communicate. There's a need to get things up and out. There's a need to express oneself. So this is going to happen for some of you by choice or by force. You may be avoiding it, and it's going to be unavoidable for some of you, or you may be the one driving it home and needing that closure as well, or needing that clarity. So for some of you, as I said, closure, some of you clarity, but this does move your needle forward. Okay. So for all things, you coming back in and you resolving them and being able to move forward, that would be good. But I would still caution any of you Gemini singles out there, whether it be new people or old people, don't make final decisions at this time. Not until the end of June, when Venus is completely moving forward and you feel fully have seen the ins, the outs, the ups, the downs, the bad and the good in your feelings, in this person's actions, and then you can make a more clear and decisive decision then. If you try to wrap everything up now, if you try to, move forward or close the door. Now it will still be open. There's still going to be some open-ended things. So just hold off and take your time. But if you're looking for closure, this will be a great time for some of you to do just that. That being said, with you Gemini couples, now here's the thing. Some of you are no longer wanting to work on this. And this is that big, where do we go from here? Because from some of you, you're in a relationship with someone where there is a difference in love language and how do we communicate our feelings, right? Or lack thereof. Some of you Geminis don't want to communicate. You don't want to work on it. You feel like it's done. You're not putting in the work anymore. You don't even want to work toward this. And some of you are not even feeling, I feel, it's almost like it's relieving your anxiety, it's leaving your stress, and you just don't want to put up a fight anymore. You're out. You're out. You're not fighting for this anymore. You're done. And your person is still very much a part of it, but there may be conversations or discussions about what do we do with assets, what are we going to do when it's all said and done? Where do we go from here when it's all said and done? We can make a move. What do we do? Your person, for some of you, is someone who isn't a big talker, or they don't like to have those really deep, heavy conversations. Sometimes they may go within, they may close up, they may go into their shell for quite some time. If you get a little too deep, if you want to go too long, you want them to draw out too much of their emotions, they may give you just the opposite. And here's the thing in a relationship between the two of you, that you just need to decide what you're going to do. Now, again, couples, major this is a major time to resolve issues, to find the root of the problem, and to see where the cracks in the foundation lie. Not a time to say, okay, because of this, now we're going to go to this next stage. Now we're going to end it. Now we're going to divorce. Now we're going to move out, because literally there will be major regrets when Venus goes forward. This is a great time, though, to have counsel. It's a great time to get, as I said, down to the root of it. And the problem between the two of you is not enough communication. And see, it's communication, and it's the communication that's more practical, particularly for some of you coming from your mate. Let's talk about the bills. Let's talk about the kids. Let's talk about money. Let's talk about the more practical things. Going grocery shopping. How do we get hit here? How do we do this? How do we deal with this parent? But it's not, how do we deal with us? There's no focus on the two of you. There's no focus on that love. See, the thing here that's a bit missing is the love that you shared, or the way that the two of you connected early on. Early on, when it was just the two of you. And at some point, it had to just be the two of you. The baby didn't come. You didn't look at them and had a baby together. So there was definitely just a two of you moment, and there's a lacking in that two of you moment. And because there isn't this oneness of togetherness, it's almost like this slow but sure wedge that's being prodded between the two of you. And it could be career, it could be children, it could be a lot of other things going on that literally is getting in the way of the two of you. And so there is this major decision of, where do we go from here? And I feel like there's a necessary and a need to communicate, but not about all the other things, not about the white noise that, if the relationship doesn't work out, it's not going to matter anyway, right? The major discussion is the two of you becoming extremely vulnerable to one another. Whatever that means, however deep you have to go, whatever you need to kind of discuss, it needs to happen. So in the extended, we're going to look deeper into this relationship. We're going to see exactly where the two of you will lie in your relationship, how things are going to work out. We're going to look at this person and see, what are their challenges, how do they feel about you, what secrets are they keeping, what do they want to tell you deep down inside if they could, what is the biggest challenge that they're suffering with you, what's going to happen between the two of you now, and overall, what will be the outcome. We're also going to look at you Gemini singles and see what's coming up for you in love in the months to come. And we're going to do an Aries to Pisces. How do they feel about you? So if you're interested in that, click the link in the description box below, and you can continue the reading here. If you'd like something personal, click the links to the website and set something up for yourself. If you'd like to share, do so in the comment section below. And if you're new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I'll be back very soon with another one. Take care, Gemini.